Hello, this is Merlin Magic and I'm bringing you a really cool card trick to show you guys today. So if you're new to this channel, give it a huge thumbs up if you go on and like the video. And also if you're new to the family, just take that moment to subscribe right now. Brilliant, so I've got this really cool card trick to show you guys today. So it's going to angle you down where the business is. So with all tricks, people like the deck to be shuffled, so we'll just go ahead and start doing that right now. I will be showing you a tutorial after this trick if you go on and like it, so they can give it a few cuts like that. And once the spectator, once you've grabbed one, said you want to see something really cool, it can be a borrowed deck, then the trick can commence. So what you say to them, you give them a few instructions and they can be shuffling, or you can be shuffling, or you both can be shuffling. Depends how much shuffling you want to do. You're going to be giving them some instructions as to basically about how this kind of the mechanics of this is going to work. So what you say to them is, what I want you to do once you're convinced that the cards have been thoroughly shuffled, not that this trick really hinges on knowing what cards are. See, this trick I'm going to show you today is all about estimation. Right, so this is the first time I'll be showing you guys this. Is, as you see, the cards have been shuffled. As you know, there's 52 cards in a deck, and I've spent quite a bit of time in the work of estimation. So if you don't know what that is, it's about picking up a certain amount of cards like that and being able to instantly, within about a 1 or a 2 more or less scenario, be able to work out how many cards that I've just cut off from the top. So here looks about 20. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 exactly. See, there we go. That was just an example of it. So I'm going to take that one step further. I'm going to allow you to take a small portion of the deck, and then I'm going to do so also. But I'm going to tell you this before you take it off, so you don't think that I've had to look at your card. So before this trick starting, I'm going to estimate now that however many cards you take in your small pile, that I'll have the same number as you, once you counted them, plus 3 more, and enough left over. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to have certain cards left over. So what we're going to do is you to go ahead and take the cards, and I'll explain more about that third piece. So go on, so yeah, take that. So that's a small portion. So you can see there. I'm also going to do the same. I'm going to take a portion. And what we're going to do is we're going to count the cards. You're going to count the cards. I'm going to count the cards. Yeah, so hang on. Think, I've got this. I'm going to take a few more too. Okay, so I think I'm okay with that. So now we're going to count your cards. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, you've got 18. I wouldn't know this in the trick, but it doesn't actually really make a difference. So what I'm going to say is, I think that I'm going to have the same amount as you, like I said before the trick, plus 3 more, and enough left over for your pile to equal 29. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. So here we go. This is my portion. So let's count out your 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's matched your pile, like I said. Then I said 3 more. So 1, 2, 3, very cleanly. And enough for your pile to equal 29. So we'll get rid of that. And that's it. This is your pile of 18. So 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 29. There we go. that is the trick. If you enjoyed it, just give it a moment to thumbs up, and then we'll just get right into the tutorial. Okay, welcome back. This is the tutorial for this trick. It's like an estimation trick, I call it. I originally saw it performed as 21, not 24 card trick. So if you want to see an alternate version of that, go and check out Miss Mag. If you haven't done already, who is aka the card trick teacher. That's where I learned that trick. Well, a version of that trick almost 10 years ago. I've kind of made it my own a little bit. Because of his one, he will take 24 cards, which you can do. I'll show you both versions. So this trick, as you saw in the performance, it relies on the fact that the audience can shuffle it. But you can even say to it, the people, as they're shuffling, it's not actually going to make a difference. Because what I'm not interested in the value of the cards or which cards or what order they're in. I'm actually interested in the estimation. And as you saw in my performance, I managed to correctly identify, I picked up a small amount like this. And I said and explained the trick by saying, okay, I've spent my time being able to pick up a small portion of the deck like this and know instantly within about a 1 or a 2 up or down kind of leeway how many cards I've picked out, and I went ahead and carried. So I think I might have 21 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So again, I was close. I got it spot on in the trick. And that if you want to learn how to do that, that just takes practice, is feeling the weight of the cards. There's no really way to explain that one. That's just kind of an added kind of bonus to the trick. So you can just basically pick some off and see how close you get. And eventually, with repetition, you will be able to get it accurate within 2, like I've just done both times. But if you don't want to do that, all you say is, like, this trick relies on estimation about how many cards can be, like I showed you, but just mention it. You don't have to actually perform it. So you go, like, what you're going to do is, for me, is going to take off a small portion of the deck, about 15, 20 cards. They'll do that. And say, okay, what I want you to do is count them. And as they count them, you'll take off more than them, as long as you get more than them. So say you'll take off this. You say, this is going to be my pile. We're both going to count up. Don't let me look. I'll turn round, turn away, or I'll leave the room, or whatever you want to say to them to convince them that they won't know how many you've got and you won't know how many they've got. In the performance, obviously I had to count for the benefit of you guys, but it will work with you not knowing the number. So as you see here, just for the thickness, that I've definitely got more than the spectator, and that's all you need to rely on in my version of the trick. I'll show you the other version as well. So they're counting, so they'll be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they've picked 17. That's just, unfortunately, me being able to pick off a certain amount of cards. I kind of knew what they would have. But obviously, it will be a different number for you guys when you perform it. So as they're doing that, say you've left the room or you're turning, as they're counting, you'll quickly count, because you need to do a little bit of maths in this. So you do it in blocks of 2 or blocks of 3 just to get through it. So you'll be going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So you've got 22 cards. You won't know how many they've got, just that you've got more. So for this trick to look cool, so what you're then going to instruct them to say, once you both come back, and obviously neither of you know what the other person's got, you'll say, I will bet you now that I'll have the same amount of cards as you, plus 3 spare. And then this is why you say, because you'll obviously have the same amount of them because you've got more than them. Obviously, they won't realise that. So it's a no-brainer that you will have the same amount as them. But this is just the added layers of suggestion and misdirection. So you'll say to them, I'll have the same amount as you. And then this is where the maths comes in, plus 3. So what you do is, from the number you've just counted to, so the amount of cards you have, you'll then take 3 off the total. So how many did we have? Hang on, sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So we've got 22. So you'll take 3 from 22, which is obviously 19. So you'll say plus 3 more. So you see, I've got the same amount as you, plus 3 more, and enough left over for your pile to equal 19. Because all you've done is, you know you've got 23 cards, so once you've dealt the same amount as them, you then will have 3 left over. So you'll do the 3, and then you will have their amount of cards left. So that's how that trick works. So then they'll go ahead and say, okay, they'll either count it with you, or they'll say, okay, I've got, you know, the amount of cards. So they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they've got 7. They'll say, okay, I've got 17. Then you say, okay, I'll match that 17. You'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is done all very cleanly. So you say, oh, look, I've matched your 17. Then I've said I'd have 3 left over. You'll peel off the 3. Place that down in another pile so they can look through it. And enough cards left over for your pile to equal 19. And obviously they are on 17, so you go 17. So they'll be on 17, so you'll be going 18, 19, and then they'll be amazed. But all it is a simple maths deduction of subtracting 3 from the total of your number, and then saying you'll have 3 more plus enough for them to equal 3 below what you've just worked out. So that's that version of the trick. But because that's the kind of the no sleight of hand, no kind of gestures where you have to kind of do a secret move. It's literally just make sure that you peel more off than they do. The original version I saw from the card trick teacher, they'll say, okay, I'll take a small amount off. So they'll take a small amount off just like that. But before the trick, he will have, as he does it, he'll have a break under 24 cards. So he'll go, before the trick, you have a setup in that version. He'll go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24. So you'll have 24 cards out before you start the trick. Place the rest on top like that. And then, of course, it will look from the start of this, and you'll go and explain, okay, for this trick, you're going to take off a small portion between 15 and 25 cards. Once you've done that, I'm now going to tell you that I'll have the same amount as you, plus 3 left over, enough for your total to equal 21. And the reason it's 21 is because you know beforehand you've got 24 cards. 24 minus 3 is 21. So they'll go ahead and you can hold on to card, but just make sure they don't see your break. So they'll go, okay, I'll take a small portion. They've taken that. Then you'll go, oh, okay, I'll just take, oh, I don't know, that. And you just place all the cards underneath the break down, because you'll know that's 24 cards. And you get rid of the spare cards, and you'll know you'll have 24 cards. So you don't even need to count them. So whichever version you prefer, which is easiest for you or think gets the best effect. The one thing with that one I've found is that you can't really reset that. Well, you can reset it, but it's more difficult if you're new to Magic to be able to get a break under 24 cards. Whereas with the first version, obviously you don't know what cards you're getting. So that can be redone. Say someone else wants to say, okay, do it with me. You can then say, okay, that's fine. And then as long as you peel off, so they'll say, take that. You take that, because you know for certain that's more. Then you're good to go. Then you just speed count. So either version will give you a fantastic reaction. So that's the trick for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, make sure, if you haven't done already, give it a huge like and a thumbs up. And also, I'll see you next time. I'll see you on Friday, where I've got a really cool video to share with you guys, which I'm really excited to do. So just stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.